we have 5 cats.
Okay.
Five active.
Cats.
Yeah, 5 active cats that loves to run around the house.
Yeah. Your main consideration is to have more space for them to move
Exactly.
around, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Will Talk Real Estate. My name is Aaron Leong. For those of you who do not know me, I'm actually a property agent that actually love to help people, but also I want to share with you guys some of the real things that are happening in the market. I think sometimes we are too focused on the statistics, the numbers, but I just want to bring you a real stories, right? So that on-ground settlements, right? So that you guys can actually get a good feel, whether you are looking to buy or sell in future. This is something that could potentially be helpful for you. So that's why we're having this episode today. I have my own personal client who we have met about 2 over years ago. Her name is Nuru, and she actually would like to share with you some of her stories. Very, very kind of her that why she actually upgraded, right? I would say in the same area from a 3-room flat to a 4-room flat. So without further ado, let us welcome Nuru. Hey, thank you so much for being here in this episode.
Thank you, Aaron, for inviting me.
So, we want to keep it really real, but also professional in this sense, to have all this set up, to really honor your time as well.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So, okay, without further ado, we're going to dive right in. Okay, you are staying in Upper Serangoon Crescent area before, which is a 3-room flat.
Yes.
What made you, think about moving to a 4-room flat?
Because I living with my husband, just me and my husband, and we have 5 cats.
Okay.
5 active.
Cats.
Yeah, 5 active cats that loves to run around the house.
Yeah.
So for me, when initially we bought the 3-room, right, it's just for okay, we just buy 3-room first. Later on, we can upgrade. It's maybe most of the mindsets are like that, right? So my mindset is also like that. Just buy 3-room first. Later on, can upgrade. So after that, when it's actually the chance upon when you came and then you asked, are you the owner of the house? I was like, yes. And after that, you asked me oh, do you think you want to upgrade? I was like, sure, why not? For me, it's actually impromptu lah. So then after that, we just get on with the upgradation because I need to know how much is the value of the house, and then is our income enough to upgrade, all those questions. Then we proceed with whatever that you do.
I just want to share a very, very funny story. So actually my partner Louis, shout out to Louis Wong from PropNext. He is actually a partner with me serving Nuru and Nano, which is Nuru's husband. So it's quite funny because we have been focusing on door knocking in Upper Serangoon Crescent. We just knock doors every night, right? 7 to 9 p.m. And then we were about to call it a night because we usually start from the top floor and then all the way down, right? And then me and Louis, try to keep our spirits up because it's not easy, right? Because you get a lot of rejection.
Because right, actually before you came also, there's a few people who door knock.
Oh.
Yeah, so
on the very same day or different days?
Just before, it's within the same week.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we received 2 people door knock. And I was like, no, don't want.
So I just want to ask, me and Louis have been always thinking about this scenario when we first met you. You were taking pictures of your door outside.
Yeah.
Were you planning to lease your unit by yourself or?
No, actually that one also funny story. Because actually I just buy this one carpet for my door. Okay. And then after that I just want a picture. I just want to show my friend. Oh. It's just coincidentally got these 2 handsome young men come and I was like, are you the owner of the house? Oh, yes. I don't know. I think it's just coincidence. I think all this is just already written in a way.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, two sweaty, handsome guys probably. Yeah, and I think just when we're about to give up, right, and then we chance upon you, so you're thinking were you actually planning this? So now we know the story. Now Louis know the story as well. Okay. But then you have 5 cats, and probably your main consideration is to have more space for them them to move
exactly.
around.
Yeah, exactly. Because 3-room with them very active, running around. I think the space is also not much for them to run around.
Yeah.
And they don't even have any space to even hide anywhere if they need to. So that is one of the concern. And another thing also, because I have a husband who is a smoker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so every time when I came home from work, he will obviously smoke in the living room, right? And then obviously because okay lah, I don't have like those grills for cats. So my house don't have grills, right? So we don't really open the windows so big. So it's just a small part to let the air out and air in. So whenever I come home and then I smell the cigarette, smells like, oh my gosh, it's so smelly. I cannot. So after that, like we plan to upgrade lah, but me and my husband are both not like confident enough to search for agents. Like we just don't know how to go about it our own. So when you came, it's just nice. People come to me. The agent come to me and then like, I don't know, maybe the first time I see you and Louis, because maybe you are young and also it's like about my age. So like, I think we just like click in a way, you know, it's like very easy to just communicate with you and Louis. So that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also quite interestingly that you point out that because of the, you want to disperse the smoke somewhere else, right? Because most of the HDB flats, they are all, enclosed.
Yeah.
You have all the full usable space. The only balcony ones are, are the more, I would say, DBSS kind of layout,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So with the balcony, right? So I guess your husband gets his own
exactly.
smoking area.
Personal space. And then also, luckily it's a DBSS. The DBSS balcony is really quite a space. It's really like a one-room kind of space. It's big. So he have all that space to air the smoke out.
And I remember that, you were discussing about your interior design with Nano at that point. And then you say, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that. So how much did the interior design, cost at the end of the day?
I think nearly 40 to 50.
Oh, wow.
Because actually we literally hacked the whole house.
Okay.
Yeah, so we hacked the bedroom, we hacked the toilet, we just renewed every single thing.
Because your 3-room flat, I remember, was pretty well done as well. It's renovated and all that. So I don't think that you want to, go backwards and not have a renovated house as well, right?
Yeah, because for my husband, his mindset is, I just want a house that is not done. So that's why he didn't really choose those already renovated. That kind he didn't. So when we got this unit, it's also very lucky because the house really didn't renovate. They just fixed that TV console and that's it. And the rest is all the built-in by DBSS.
I see. Yeah, lesser built-ins actually equals to like lesser renovation because lesser hacking.
Oh, only we save money with the kitchen. We didn't do anything with the kitchen.
Oh, you save the kitchen.
Yeah, because the kitchen is still nice.
Because really I think DBSS, the developer actually do up the kitchen and some of the carpentries already.
Actually DBSS already fully equipped, built-in everything, aircon built-in, wardrobe built-in, fully. They have even a shower door, everything all built-in already. But I break everything. So no more, none of the...
Nano must be like shocked, right? Like, why are we breaking all this stuff?
Yeah, actually. But then for me, for what? Because only me and my husband living together, 2 person. And then we have like 3 bedroom, right? So all the bedroom have the wardrobes. So like for me, for what if I don't use it?
Yeah.
It's like intruding my space. So heck lah.
I remember one of the biggest concern, now that we're talking about interior design and then how much it costs, and then you also have some concern like, I've been financing my 3-room flat and then now, to buy a DBSS 4-room flat, which is obviously with a premium price. But actually we did the calculation, actually not much difference in terms of the mortgage, right? Yeah, because for BTO owners, I think you guys, have a little bit of so-called appreciation capital appreciation from the first time that you bought.
Yeah.
So you use that and then you go to a 4-room flat to enjoy the space.
Yeah. So actually, like Louis did actually ask me lah, why don't I upgrade for a bigger space? Because naturally from a BTO room and DBSS is also the space is equivalent. It's just the balcony, right?
Yeah.
So like Louis asked me, why don't I get a bigger room? Because it's benefit for the money, right? Bigger space and everything. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I'm lazy to clean the house. You imagine just me with a 5-room, big living room. No, thank you.
And with 5 cats running around.
Yeah. So like, no, thank you. So yeah lah, I think it's our good chance upon the DBSS that one that they selling at 580 and it meets our budget. So we go for that. But then that one, interestingly, when we agreed that we wanted the unit, suddenly the agent said the price becomes 600. You remember?
Yeah.
So that one is what happened then.
So it's quite common because whenever that you actually find the right unit and all that. So 2 elements must come together. One is the right unit and the other one is actually the right seller. So sometimes we are negotiating with sellers, we are negotiating with buyers for your when you're trying to sell the place. So sometimes it's an emotional kind of experience and suddenly somebody's interested in the unit and then suddenly I try to juice this person out, right? I want to get the highest price and all that. So it's quite frustrating because I wouldn't say like it could be maybe the seller agent didn't mention, or I don't think I wouldn't want to think of that direction even if that's the case. I think more towards everybody has their own thinking of why they want to sell, why they want to buy. So I think it's our job as a middleman to actually like differentiate, okay, what is your goals and then what is my client's goal, right? So in negotiation, right, I think one of the biggest thing that I really want to share in this podcast, since now we have this and it's going air, like everybody will know about this. Yeah, I think one of the most important thing is that a lot of agents, right, we try to kill each other. Like I try to get the best out of you, or maybe seller want to get the best out of buyer want to do the same. But I think negotiation should be how can we actually meet everybody's goal with a common understanding. That at the end of the day, everybody is having their own family, their own finances. We are not trying to kill each other. We are trying to give you that profit you're looking for, and then in the same time we also want the space that you've been enjoying for so many years. So I think for us we have to relate that to the all the parties, agents, clients, sellers, and then from there they will understand that hey, actually I'm dealing with a real human being, right? So if they only think that I'm dealing with a buyer, so they need to see some flesh, somebody is hurting some cards, like in a negotiation, then they will be thinking, okay, right, this is a human being, this person have already given me, this X amount of money, and then I'll be able to, exit with my plans as well. And of course, at that moment, we also need to track the traction of the unit as well, as if you're going to negotiate, because there may be some other buyers that are like, in queue and thinking about it. And obviously the seller agent will be doing his job to actually, rile them up, right? So it's our job to also advise you guys, right? That, hey, there's a whole bunch of people, waiting. And then also another concern that a lot of buyers, clients tell me, like, say that, hey, but what if he's lying, right? So I guess it's a game of poker in a sense. Obviously, legally, agents are not supposed to lie about, you have this certain offer coming in. So I get that. But in the real world, in reality, people might be lying and all that. And by the time we go through the whole legal route for that, to uncover this, like, it's really a waste of our time, to be honest. So, waste of your time as well. But the most important thing is that we stay true the past transaction price, okay? And then we look at the current condition of the place, the facing, the current supply in the area, is there other choices? And then we make a decision. So if let's say, for example, he wanted a 600K, right? And then we realize, maybe he's right, because the other places already 620, 650, but that wasn't the case at that point of time, right?
Okay, that is what we got lucky for because
Correct.
that wasn't the case.
Yeah. So because that wasn't the case, so we had to state our facts as well. But the first thing of which I mentioned is to showcase the client, your Nuru and Nano, to the seller agent, which translates to communicate to the seller that hey, this is a real human being. They got 5 cats. They really love this place. Give some chance that kind of thing. And then I would lay down the facts. And then I would say, look at the supply. This is the all the other sellers price expectation. I'm not sure if you can get 600K at this point of time. But however, we have 580K. It's a 20,000 gap. I mean, the renovation we are going to we're going to change this and all that. I'm not sure if you would actually consider lah. So if you put down in a very my style will be a more gentler, steady tone and with facts and all this. And then it'll be a little bit more soft lah. That's what I realized. But obviously, where sellers, are stuck, I'm just going to stay at this point, right? It could also mean that this person have not found their purchase unit, a new goal to a new housing goal to actually move from. So then that's where, we have to advise you that, okay, the seller, this is what I call unmotivated at this point. So we will keep track of this unit and then let's, carry out a few more viewings and then we see how it goes. Yeah. So that's how we usually do it.
Good. Because actually, I'm thankful also with you and Luis because throughout the communication, you are very honest, we are very open. So when you tell us that, they increased the price to 600, then I think it's above our budget, right? So we already have then what to do? Do we need to find other units? We already preparing for plan B, right? So after that, I was thinking, I still want to be in my area because it's already my comfort zone and it's part of Hougang where I grew up. So I don't really feel comfortable to shift elsewhere because I think most of the places have similar balcony, but it's all in Punggol, Sengkang, and most of the units are not to my preference. And then also the convenience of the bus stop or something also plays a part in my choice, if let's say we cannot find alternative, then I think we just stay in the 3-room, because of the convenience that we're already living with.
I think for Upper Serangoon Crescent, the park, right, where the Otters family were the famous during COVID, right? They had this news about it. I think it's very, the park is beautiful.
Yeah.
Probably in the HDB estate cluster, right? I think this is one of the nicest park I've seen. And also, but probably you have to be really well versed with the bus route because you don't really have the MRT that is close by.
Yeah, so in my area, only have 3 buses, but most and all these 3 buses go to all the NEL stations: Buangkok, Kovan, and Hougang.
I see.
So it's quite convenient. It's just the journey to all the MRTs take about 10 to 15 minutes lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and now Bangkok, have a new mall.
Right. Oh my gosh.
There'll be much more amenities for you.
Yeah, Sengkang Grand Mall. Yeah, Sengkang Grand Mall.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of halal food also, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, that's great, man. So in terms of the timeline wise, right? Besides the pricing, right? I think the timeline was also something that we had to discuss with you. Because not easy, because the buyer also want timeline, the seller also want the extension. And then the worst one is, let's say the buyer for your 3-room flat asks for 3 months extension. And then the parkland, the new place that you want to buy also asks for 3 months extension. And that's where the problem is. But I think we managed to, strike a balance because there's just too many scenarios that we have to play out for you. So I think what we usually try to do is to actually tell you, okay, you take this route. If this unit, then this is your options. This is what is going to happen. This is the discomfort. This is the comfortable part of the if you were to take this scenario. So I guess did that help you in your decision making, or was it something that you still have to think give extension and then how about my reno and other kind of thing?
For us, because we are not really rushing to move out, so I think there's no concern about anything. And also the buyer that we get to buy our house also is not in a rush, so there's no rush in the exchanging of anything. So it's okay.
That was great. So you finally get to actually do your interior design in the house and actually nicely move over and then hand over the unit to...
But then for my interior, right, because we already gave 3 months, and then I think we managed to settle everything and only left with 1 month. So I only have time for my renovation for 1 month only.
Yeah.
So me and my renovation contractor, all that interior designer have really need to rush . And then the last 2 days when the deadline for me to move out, and then the new buyer need to move in, and my house still haven't finished. Oh my gosh. And then that day, like, okay, I need to negotiate with my the new buyer, like, okay, can you give me until tonight? I will move out everything. And we really move everything on that same day.
Oh no.
And then move in. Yeah, that's the only rush that we have because renovation haven't done. And then when we move into our new house, all the appliances are still there. The dust, the everything all still there. Until I have to get my friends. Luckily, we have our good friends who came to help us clean a bit, so we can settle in.
Wow. So it must be a very stressful time.
Oh, that was very stressful.
Yeah. So that's why I think to actually show the human side to, all parties involved, right? It'll be easier to, because you never know there is this like additional things that you have to request with the party, right? And then that's where, it comes in. So very good that we actually found a very good buyer.
Yeah.
But okay, I want to ask you this question. So now that you're moving in there, right? How has your, lifestyle changes? So you have 5 cats. And you got now 3 rooms, right, in the 4-room flat. So do you split them to 3 cats in 1 room, 2 cats in 1 room?
No,
how do you do that?
No. Because my cats are just free roaming. We don't have any room specially designed for them. So we break there's 3 room, right? One room is slightly smaller, so we break that and combine with our master, and that become our walk-in wardrobe in a way. And then the other room is just for like guest room, which I just make it as my own personal room lah, for me to pray, for me to all those things. My cat, anywhere they want to go, they go. Yeah, it's really up to them. It's just that I love how this new house, this new upgrade benefits my cat the most. Is because they have so much space to run. Like, from my door to the balcony is really long, right?
Yeah.
So my cat, Princess the ragdoll, she literally just run and then she really drift,
Oh,
like,
drift.
Yeah, she run. Okay lah, as long as they are happy, my cat's happy, we are happy.
And they're always hiding somewhere.
Only if people comes to our house, yes, because they are very shy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the first few times that we went to your, your place, I didn't even realize there was a cat.
Yeah, only got Princess ma.
Oh,
Yeah, that's only one. Yeah, she's the only one that is not afraid of people.
I see. Okay. So I would say that, but currently, now moving to a 4-room flat, and then, with the interior design done really extensively and all that, financially, is it a lot of a constraint for you, since staying in a 3-room flat and then now transitioning to a 4-room flat?
No, there's not much difference actually, because I think we did over budget in our reno a bit. So I'm still like paying the same amount that I'm paying for my reno in my 3 rooms. So actually it's the same. Yeah,
okay.
so I left 3 more years to complete the reno. Then I'm consider like financial freedom.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, that's a goal. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think sometimes in the market, we have to think in the long term kind of basis. I think a lot of people are focusing like, where can I buy that I can make the most money, right? But I think if you look at generally in the market, right? I mean, the housing price is always, in the uptrend.
Up, right?
But still, you can find, I mean, that's the average curve, right? But you still do find people that actually lost money. So I think the reason is because, right, if you do not have the holding power to actually wait until the upswing, then that's where there is that, that risk of losing money per se. Yeah. So I would say, okay, now that if you think back, if you, let's just imagine 2 years before, would you think that you would, do it, yourself? I mean, you mentioned that, Louis and myself actually assist you a lot. But now that you know all this, the financial calculation, the timeline, the finding a right unit, the negotiation, right? Would you advise anybody to actually go this, by yourself, so you can, probably save some agent fee or stuff like that?
True. Actually, if you know how to do it, you know the documents you need to submit and everything, you actually can do your own lah. Which it depends on personal lah. Like I have a friend that she shared with me that she actually can do it herself.
Yeah.
But I think in between an agent came to help her.
Oh.
So yeah.
But what made her change her mind? Like why? I thought she wanted to do it by herself.
Yeah, but because I think the agent maybe have give her suggestions or like trying to make things easier for her. So she like, okay lah, you know, like sometimes agent benefits us in a way that agent will do everything for us. So we just need to like sit back and relax, you know, partly. So we just need to pay the agent fee. But I think depends if you can do it your own, you know how to do it without having an agent, then you do lah. It's
actually HDB is doing a lot of initiative like the new HFE application, right? Where you already know all your grants, how much loan you can take, you know, based on this amount, how much is the price range, you know, you can buy in a house. So there's more and more clarity in the market. So whereby if let's say a buyer, right, I feel that if a buyer who really wants to, you know, search for the house and then like now they know about their finance, right, that could potentially, you know, give people an aid to, you know, not say escape away from paying an agent fee lah, but probably if they want to do the hard work themselves, right, you know, the hours of researching and all that, that's probably a route that they can take lah. But I think one of the things that I found is that not many people have that time because you're actually working like, you know, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Some people even more nowadays, right? And then weekends is the time where, you know, you want to rest, and then now you got to go and search for a house aggressively. But actually what we do as an agent, right, so actually during the day, our 9 to 5 is to, you know, research on these houses, monitor, you know, which are the supply and everything. And then also advise you that, you know, based on this current market, based on your current finances, your property goals, right, is now the best time to move. So there's too many consideration, right, that at the final end, when you actually found the right unit, emotionally, there might be two things that happen. If you're without an agent, right, and then after a while, few months later, you're already very jaded already. So you might just say, sudah lah, just take this one lah, you know. But then could it be the right one? I really do not know. There is really hit and miss. So at the end of the day, I think it's like buying an insurance like that. You want somebody that, you know, his full-time job is to really focus on this matter for you. And then what you and your you know, partner need to actually focus on, right, is to make sure that you guys like the house. Like emotionally, physically, you guys are in a clear state of mind to actually make a informed decision. Then we will do like, okay, if you buy this house, the same scenario back again, right? If you buy this house, this is what's going to happen. This is the extension. This is the discomfort. This is the pros and cons of this unit. Is that something you want? And then now we talk about price. This is the past transaction price. This is the seller's motivation. He's unmotivated. He's motivated. How much do you like the house? So all these questions is like posted in a very, I would say a framework that, you know, agents would like to help you guys with, so that at the end of the day, you'll be really assured that, okay, why some of our clients actually, once we discuss about this, right, then they realize that, hey, actually now is not a good time to buy. And that's what we want, because we want to make sure that you guys have the information on hand to make a informed decision. If not, you know, you will have that, what we have discussed, you know, you not enough, the holding power is not there, or you don't, holding power is not only about finance, it's about how much you, okay, I mean, I'm a husband to somebody, right? Worst one is your wife don't like, finish. It's like,
true.
They don't care. I say I don't care about the money loss or whatever. Get me out of this situation, right? So that's what we want to also, as a middleman, to actually, because sometimes husband and wife say, when I pick up the phone, every day we have this conversation. I will discuss with my husband. I say, I will discuss with my wife. I say, okay, let's have a Zoom session or a sit down, you know, discussion, right? To actually go through with both of your goals. Because I'm not a marriage counselor, no. I'm just here to actually tell you, okay, based on your goals, how realistic it is, how attainable it is, and if it's attainable, how can we get there? I think that's what we want to, you know, help clients try to think. And if really it's not attainable, then it's either we compromise in some of our goals together, or we wait until the market responds to a certain, you know, have supply, the units that you want, can sell at the price that you want. That is totally, you know, but at least, you know, in a 3 to 10 years horizon, right? Why you didn't make the move? You won't regret, man, because you already, did all this. There's somebody that actually laid down every single computation options, that scenario of the market at that current point, and you make a decision why you should. So there will be zero regrets.
True.
Because I think our parents' generation, I'm not sure about you, but for the Chinese family, I tell you, every single conversation in Chinese New Year, right, is all about, if only I buy this Pasir Ris house, you as my son, I tell you will be somebody. Or I say no. I say I make it a mission that we are here to really help you concise all these different options. What is the market prediction and all that, right? And then you make a decision, and if let's say you never move, then you have absolutely no regrets, and that's what you want, because you don't want at the end of the day the husband tell the wife, I say, I see lah, told you lah, you have to make the move lah. You see now, but now both of them have a sit down discussion and actually go through this process together. Say, hey, you cannot say me, you also at that table, you didn't say yes to that. Yeah. So I think that's what we want to do. I not only to make houses, to find houses for people, but also to assist in this so-called social aspect of this real estate lah. So okay, I want to ask you one final question, right? Do you have any advice for, any last final advice for people who are looking to upgrade, okay, to transition from could be a 4-room flat to a 5-room flat, or what advice would you give to them?
For me, I think it depends on your needs, your requirements. Like some people move because they are growing families, so their needs of the children, and also depends on the budget, your finance, everything all in. You must be comfortable. Like what you want, what kind of space you need. You need a 5-room or a balcony or a condo. Yeah, people have different kind of needs and wants when they want to upgrade, right? So, and then also to find a good agent, that you can comfortable talk to and lay out everything for you to understand, and also to move and upgrade with confidence. I think that is a really good part, to have confidence. If let's say you do it on your own without any agent, you might sometimes regret, like, am I making the right decision? Like we are not clear. So agent partly is like our assurance, our insurance, and our support buddy in the process to move. Yeah. So I think everything plays a part together. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nurul, for joining us in our podcast.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, you want to find out more, or you want to tell us how you feel about the video, about this podcast, right? Do let us know in the comment section, and hopefully we want to cover more of these such topics in the next few podcast episodes coming. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you for the next one.